There are not a whole lot of great female characters in this game yet. I say yet because I hope they're going to do something more with the women. Charlotte is in the upper echelon of them. She's not Ronda Rousey. Thank you to Smo Nasty for the footage. But among the rest, she's near the top. So no Rikishi here for Smo, because you can see we got a yellow match turn 1. And that submission would be filled turn 2 with Rikishi when you get a yellow match turn 1. So Rikishi, really good for Charlotte because you can get this submission off turn 2. And you'll see why the submission is important. You're placing 4 submission gems. You want to place them on yellows, hopefully yellows that aren't going to get broken. Because if these submission gems survive, they become multiply gems. Matt Hardy is our other trainer here, so they become 4 times multiply gems. What does the other yellow move do? It destroys multiply gems. It destroys 3 of them. So 3 times 4 is 12. Both our yellow moves are charged again. So you can see that green's never really coming into play because these yellows charge each other. And the sub keeps your opponent from getting their moves off. So it really is a nice cycle as long as you can keep those submission gems on the board. Because even if your opponent destroys 1 of them, your destroy multiply gem move, which destroys 3, if there's only 2 there, then you're only getting an 8 charge out of it, and you need to charge that yellow submission again. So as long as you keep at least 3 alive on the board, you're getting this continuous cycle. It's not fast. It's not particularly entertaining. It's the same 2 moves over and over again until your opponent has had enough. But it's effective. And because your opponent's not getting off specials, unless they're getting a bunch of cascades, they're not doing a whole lot of damage to you in the meantime. This should do it. So that's a pretty easy win over a 4-star Naomi for Charlotte, and that's a class disadvantage for her. So pretty impressive, but not fast. Go against Paige, who also has a pretty quick submission. So you can see why keeping the submission gems on the board is important, because if you get on the wrong end of a submission battle with someone like Paige, you could be in trouble. So you really have to make effective use of this sub to keep her moves at bay. So we saw that Charlotte is not fast. And little story, remember when we used to have women's feuds? Remember when they used to make us use the women wrestlers? Well, during a women's feud, Smo Nasty had his 4-star Charlotte. And we were feuding together. There was Kev and Smo and myself. And we were feuding together. And Kev and I have Ronda. And we were both finished pretty quick. And we were always waiting for Smo Nasty. So that's how he got his nickname, Slow Nasty. Because he was using Charlotte. I kid Smo. He's a great guy, a great feuder. But this was funny where Kev and I were done with our Rondas in a couple of minutes. And we're always waiting in the queue for Smo to get done with his Charlotte. You can see we're 2 minutes into this match with Paige, and we're about half done cycling the submission. So I get asked a lot with multiply gem superstars like Corbin and Anvil, NXT Seth on the men's side. Charlotte is one of the few multiply gem superstars on the women's side. And they say, do you need Matt Hardy? I think for Charlotte, the answer is probably yes. Without Matt Hardy, these multiply gems are becoming 2 times instead of 4 times. So that's not going to get your move charged unless you gave up on Enzo and didn't use the MP trainer. Then there's a build you could use without Matt. It's this same yellow with whatever other move you want in the middle because you rarely use it. But instead of using Enzo and Matt Hardy, you can use CARA, who makes more multiplied gems, and Striker Kane, who destroys more multiplied gems. So while the gems won't be as powerful, they're going to be 2 times instead of 4 times, Striker Kane will destroy more of them for you. I think that is a build where you would really want to have Rikishi as an extra yellow gem coach, because you need to get to that first submission quick, because so many of the women are submission superstars and have these low charge or early use submissions that if you get on the wrong side of it, you might never get to that multiplied gem move in the first place. So there is an alternate build, but Matt Hardy really makes Charlotte pretty good. So you can see she's not fast, but she gets the job done. A couple of wins. Thank you to Smo Nasty for the footage. Charlotte Flair, the queen.